Units of measure, storage, throughput and speed. In this chapter you will be learning about storage units, throughput units, and processing speeds used in computer world. Storage unit. Storage units measure the capacity of permanent storage, including magnetic, optical, and flash memory drives, read-only memory, ROM, and random access memory, RAM aka temporary storage. Storage units use two number systems, decimal powers of 2 and decimal powers of 10. Bit. A bit, short for binary digit, is the smallest unit of measurement used to quantify computer data. It contains a single binary value, base 2, of 0 or 1. Bits. The term bits, plural, refers to the size of the internal registers in a CPU processor. A nibble is equal to 4 bits. A 32-bit processor can process information in 32-bit wide elements and can also access memory addresses up to 232, 4294,967,296 or 4 GB. A 64-bit processor can process information in 64-bit wide elements and can also access memory addresses up to 264, 1846744,073,709,600,000 or 18 ZB, zeta bits. Byte. A byte is a data measurement unit that contains 8 bits, or a series of 8 zeros and ones. A single byte can be used to represent 28 or 256 different values. Also, a single character in a plain text file requires a byte to store it. Multiples of byte are used by all larger units of measure. Kilobyte, kilobyte. A kilobyte, abbreviated K or kilobyte, is the smallest unit of measurement greater than a byte. It precedes the megabyte, which contains 1,000,000 bytes. The kilobyte is 1000 bytes when expressed in decimal powers of 10 and 1024 bytes when expressed in decimal powers of 2. Megabyte, MB. A megabyte, MB, is equal to 1000 kilobytes and precedes the gigabyte unit of measurement. Depending on the device, the megabyte is either 1048,576 bytes, 1024 kilobytes using powers of 2, or 1,000,000 bytes, decimal, powers of 10. RAM, system memory or cache memory, is often expressed using the powers of 2 decimal method, whereas the rated capacity of storage drives and media is expressed using the decimal measurements. To calculate the binary MB value from a value in millions, divide the capacity in bytes by 1048,576. Gigabyte, GB. A gigabyte, GB, is equal to 1000 megabytes and precedes the terabyte unit of measurement. Depending upon the device, a gigabyte is either 1073,741,824, 1024 megabytes in powers of 2, or 1,000,000 bytes, decimal, powers of 10. To calculate the binary GB value from a value in billions, divide the capacity in bytes by 1073,741,824. Terabyte, TB. A terabyte, TB, is equal to 1000 gigabytes and precedes the petabyte unit of measurement. A terabyte is either 1099,511,627,776 bytes, 1024 gigabytes using powers of 2, or 1,000,000,000 bytes, powers of 10. Storage vendors generally measure their drives using powers of 10 capacities while operating systems use powers of 2, binary, measurements. Petabyte, PB. A petabyte, PB, is equal to 1000 terabits. Depending on the device, a petabyte is either 1125,899,906,842,620, 1024 terabits using powers of 2, or 1,000,000,000,000 bytes, decimal, powers of 10. Petabyte-sized drive arrays are used in cloud storage and backup systems. Capacity comparison. Throughput unit. Throughput units are used to measure the speed at which data is transferred between endpoints, such as from internet to a broadband modem, or from a hard drive to a computer. Throughput units use powers of 10, decimal, numbering systems. Bits per second, BPS. Bits per second, BPS or bitsec, is a common measure of data speed for computer modems and transmission carriers. As the term implies, the speed in BPS is equal to the number of bits transmitted or received each second. Also worth noting, BPS was used mainly to measure the speed of early dial-up, analog, modems. Kilobit per second, kbps. 1 kilobit per second, kbps, equals 1000 bps. kbps is primarily used to measure the speeds of low-performance DSL internet connections, 256.768 kbps. Megabit per second, mbps. 1 megabit per second, mbps, equals 1000 kbps. Mbps is widely used to measure the speeds of high-speed and broadband internet connections, LAN connections, and I/O devices such as USB 1.1, USB 2.0 and FireWire. Gigabit per second, Gbps. 1 gigabit per second, Gbps, equals 1000 Mbps. Gbps measurements are primarily used to express the speeds of very fast internet and LAN connections, Giga Ethernet and 10G Ethernet, and the speed of high-performance device interconnects such as USB 3.1 Gen 1, 5 Gbps, USB 3.1 Gen 2, 10 Gbps, and SATA revision 3, 6 Gbps. Terabyte per second, TBps. 1 terabyte per second, TBps, equals 1000 Gbps. TBps is used primarily to measure the speeds of internet connections between countries and regions. Processing speed. Processing speed, aka clock speed, is the speed at which a microprocessor executes instructions. That is, the number of cycles a processor can perform per second. The processing speed is controlled by a crystal oscillator clock chip on the motherboard. Each combination of a pulse and rest is a clock cycle. Megahertz, megahertz. A megahertz, is equal to 1,000,000 cycles per second or 1000 kilohertz. Mhertz is also used to measure the I/O bus clock rate used by memory modules. Gigahertz, A gigahertz, is equal to 1,000,000 cycles per second or 1000 megahertz. Almost all processors used in PCs manufactured in the last 15 years have run at speeds exceeding 1 GHz.